Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you so much for escaping with us. That's Andrew. I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great Alex 2.0 ability.
Yes, we have a guest today. Woo! This is Alex Coleman, a.k.a. Cole, a.k.a. Zach, our roommate's favorite TikToker. We are very glad to have you here.
It's an honor.
Thank you for coming on to the Escape Pod podcast. You are a movie creator. Let's just tell them a little bit about yourself right now.
What do you do? I yap on the internet, man. It's pretty fun.
We know all about that.
I talk about movies. I talk about other stuff. Mainly movies, though. And I'm just grateful enough to be in the presence of two legends.
Oh my goodness!
Podcasting sphere. A little glazing, but it's honestly deserved.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
The glazing goes both ways.
Alex accepts glazing at any point in the day.
This is true.
As do I. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course. All right, so let's just
hot seat or weekly question first.
I say we just jump right into it. We get to know our guest, and then we'll jump into the weekly question after that.
Cool.
You ready?
You want to start the timer?
I'm going to start the timer.
So this is how we interview our guests. It's called hot seat. We basically put you on the hot seat. We'll start a timer for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yep.
And then for that 4 or 5 minutes, we rapid fire questions at you. You can answer them. You can take as long as you want to answer them. You can answer them quickly so we get through more questions. But we're just going to go back and forth. You got 4 or 5 minutes of answering.
You're going to have
questions.
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Ready?
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yep.
Woo.
Oh, I pressed the timer. 3, 2, 1. You said your favorite Pokemon is Snorlax. You yesterday had some words about my favorite Pokemon, Garchomp. I wanted you to share that with the audience.
I saw a picture of Garchomp and he didn't have much aura. So I really looked at him and I was like, is this kind of a guy that I want to hang out with? This is a guy I want to go into battle with. And I just don't agree with that at all, really.
That's just crazy.
Whereas I look at Snorlax and I see something a bond. I feel something special with Snorlax.
Okay.
But that's just,
All right, solid. Andrew, you got a question?
I'm looking up Garchomp to see if I if I agree or not.
He's a dragon shark.
He looks like a praying mantis. I don't like that.
No. I look like a praying mantis. Here you go, Andrew.
No, he's got some. I don't agree.
No, but now if we pull up Gibble, there's something special there.
You're a bit of a Gibble guy.
I'm a bit of a Gibble guy.
I would say Garchomp. I mean, Gibble's got a different kind of aura, but I'm not saying Garchomp doesn't have any aura.
Garchomp's got a lot of aura.
I think that's a little crazy.
No, okay, but if we ask like anyone on the street, yo, what's your favorite Pokemon? No one's saying Garchomp. They're gonna say Snorlax.
No, sure. Garchomp is a little bit of a niche pick, but he is like the key Pokemon of potentially the best trainer we have in the Pokemon universe, Cynthia. And he
I have no clue who that is.
Her marquee Pokemon. She's blonde. She's bad.
So, like, can you give me the NBA comparison for Cynthia? What's her profile? Or the NFL?
Yeah, give it basketball
She's
terms.
the GOAT of her region. She's the champion of her region. So she's LeBron James or Michael Jordan, whatever your take is.
So where does Ash fit into this legacy? Is he up there? Or?
Ash is kind of like he's won championship 23 years. I mean, what are you going to do?
He's like the Celtics. He's just a lot of fraudulence.
Exactly.
Can't get it done. Aaron Rodgers comparison. Maybe.
What was your favorite movie from last year?
Favorite movie from last year.
There is a correct answer.
So it was tied.
Incorrect.
I know, but listen, hear me out. It was between Oppenheimer and Across the Spider-Verse.
If you're gonna have 2 answers, that's fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
You can interview anybody in the world. They have to be alive.
Okay. Can I do dead and alive?
No.
Fine, just alive. It's your show.
You just clarified.
Just said alive.
My brain. Anyone.
Yes.
That's a great question.
He's like Jesus.
Let's go with
Abraham Lincoln.
Let's go with
That's a good one.
Let's go with Haley Steinfeld.
Solid.
Been there, done that.
I knew he was gonna flex on me.
Oh, got him.
Yeah,
I was so close saying something crazy, but I was like, let me know.
You got a question?
What's something that people online don't know about you that you wish they did?
Got him.
I wouldn't say completely don't know, but I love soccer. I love soccer, and I love WWE like other stuff than just movies. So definitely wanna.
It is interesting to, it is interesting when you have an audience for a specific niche, and then they know that like you have other things you care about. They're like, what? You like football? Like you guys know
you
who
touch
Scott
grass?
Hansen?
Like I know it's crazy.
Exactly. What's the best movie you've ever seen that you didn't like? So, i.e., I've seen, like, Uncut Gems is a very good movie. I hated it. Nope is a very good movie, but I hated it. Like, I get that it's a good movie, but I don't like it.
So, like, critically received, but I didn't like.
Exactly. Or maybe a movie that you were like, oh, this is good. It's not for me.
Okay, so I don't have, like, I'll do the critically received thing because I don't have a movie where I think Interstellar is kind of bad.
Whoa.
This is known for me. I'm an Interstellar hater. I wake up, I hate Interstellar. I go to bed, I think about Interstellar, and I hate it. Yeah.
I wish I've seen this movie. This is the first time in my life because I've never seen.
I mean, you're
Interstellar.
honestly not missing much.
Whoa.
I have it as like, if we were to rank Nolan,
Yeah.
I have it in like near the bottom.
Well, what else do you have below? Wait. Where do you have it ahead or below Tenet?
I have Tenet above.
Yeah, I'm a Tenet defender.
I love Tenet! Tenet is amazing!
Yes! Tenet is so good. I think it's my fifth favorite Nolan.
Tenet is so
I
bad
love
compared to
Tenet.
Like, I
Interstellar.
watch Interstellar and I'm just like, it's just like Nolan like spoon-feeding, like, oh my god, love saves the universe. Like, I don't care, bro. And I just don't have an emotional connection to these characters. I'm sorry. It's visually stunning, but
you don't,
everything
have, you don't have an emotional connection when he sees his daughter growing up.
I'm
You're
stone
out
cold.
of
I'm
control.
stone cold.
You're out of
No
control.
Steve Austin.
You're out of
I'm just-
control.
I just
yeah. So, but you're emotionally invested in the guy that walks backwards because
I
of
would
time
rather-
travel or some bull crap.
Oh, that movie's so good.
It's
It's like
so-
the best James Bond movie.
I would rather watch Venom Let There Be Carnage over here.
Whoa! That movie's bad.
I mean, we're just throwing. I mean, this is a hot take episode, but I'm just saying. I mean, there's just.
I don't really want to ask him any more questions.
Okay, I'll ask you another one. What's the best moment of your career on social media?
Oh, I want to ask each other that.
Best moment.
Moments.
Number one. Oh, that would be cute. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
I mean, I already gave you the sappy answer the other day, but I'll give you a.
Yeah, no.
No sappy. I'll give you the.
No, I need a moment, though, because that's
Okay,
not
moment.
a moment.
I met Robert Pattinson at a premiere, and it was like.
That's a good one.
I fucking started glazing, and I just like I blacked out entirely seeing him, and he dapped me up and hugged me, and then we took a picture.
That's cool.
It was great.
That's very cool. You want to ask him something else? It'd be the last question. All right, we're done. Do you want to go to the weekly question, or do you want to move on to something else?
Did we strain a
Yeah,
relationship?
like you had aura before. Now you don't. Your aura's gone, dude. Like, wow. You just,
Are you like who polices aura? Like, how can you
Me.
test
Polices
it?
aura?
Is it your?
yeah.
Are you the gatekeeper or
Yeah.
Aura?
Look at me.
I mean, the thing.
No, I'll ask one more question. What's been your favorite part of your trip so far?
Oh, you have been in LA for like a week. Leave unfortunately tomorrow.
Seeing people I really enjoy spending time with. So yeah,
Very good.
that's been great.
Very good.
Yeah, so last week we did the weekly question, or no, we didn't because we were talking to Scott Hansen.
You're right.
But the last question we asked was if you could add 3 characters into Super Smash Brothers, who would it be? And this is characters from anything. Like, it doesn't have to be a Nintendo thing. So let's go through some of these. These are our favorite answers that you gave us.
And I have never heard these before.
No.
So I'm buckled in. Obviously, Alex has
I'm
not
going blind, yeah.
heard these before, so we're buckled in.
I'm a notoriously horrible Smash player as well. So
Theo said Gail Lewis, Freddy Krueger, and the one that can't walk. I thought you would like that one.
I do like that.
Do we know who Gail Lewis
Who is Gail Lewis?
is she the person at the cashier?
Yeah, the
right?
Walmart.
That just like is like the LeBron of cashiers.
She went.
Oh!
She was like signing off 28 years, whatever. Yeah, her.
yeah. Gil Lewis is a great answer. Great answer.
That's right.
This person said Anakin Skywalker, and then Youngling number 1 and Youngling number 2.
That's his final smash.
Yeah,
He
no.
just cuts
Or
her
it's
head
like
off.
Youngling 1 and 2 are like ice climbers, and
Exactly.
then Anakin can kill them both at the same time. Paul Blart Mall Cop, Kung Fu Panda, and Bob the Tomato, they're all sneakily athletic.
I like all of those.
That's fine, but like, no, they're not.
What do you mean, Paul Blart's got some
Paul
sneaky
Blart's
athleticism
sneaky
for sure.
athletic.
Have you seen his
He's not
his
athletic.
lateral quickness?
He's got some
He's
lateral
just got
quickness.
the moped thing. What's it
Someone
called?
short, I think. Honestly.
A Segway.
Segway. There
Segway.
you go.
But it's not him.
Do you remember inexplicably when
Indubitably.
in Iron Man 1 when Obadiah Stane is just segwaying around?
When is this?
Iron Man 1.
Kinda.
That's such a random memory.
That's his like choice of transportation in that whole movie. He's just segwaying around. It's
Remember when it
really
like took
funny.
over the nation? Like everyone had a Segway. I had one.
09,
A hoverboard,
08,
yeah.
07, yeah. Around that time.
This person said Aaron Yeager, similar to Link with ODM gear, but his Smash Ball makes him transform.
Hard.
Have you seen any clips of like Titan transformations?
No.
Bro, a yellow lightning bolt comes down from the sky, and it has this awesome sound effect. It's like, ting, and then he like turns into a Titan.
Hard.
That would be so
That's
sick,
awesome.
Like, actually.
But it would be distracting, like Arson. You know, when Arson, you get Arson in Smash, and that's Joker when he gets the big dragon behind him.
Yeah. But that's just for the Smash Ball.
Gotcha.
So like you have to play with items.
So yeah. Do you are you an AOT guy? Attack on Titan?
Haven't seen. Haven't.
You seen any anime?
Like Dragon Ball. If that counts, you know.
This guy said Alex in parentheses powers up into giraffe. Andrew parentheses powers up with Jesus, and Zach in parentheses powers up with the N-word. This guy said I would let Andrew pick 3 kids from his dungeon.
Nice.
Thanks for that.
Nice.
Alex, because
Who would you pick?
of the three children?
Yeah.
I've got so many it would be hard to pick. Meme Kid said Alex because he can hit people with his neck, and Andrew because he's 3'4" and he can sneak under people. Brutal.
Are you short now? Is this a new running bit?
Meme Kid is really trying to make it one. I don't know.
I
don't think it's really. I don't really think
it's
it's
because you've acknowledged it. So
it might. Like he edited my face onto like Paddington the bear, and he was like, "This is Andrew's real height."
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew's imaginary girlfriend, Finn McMissile, and then Deborah the therapist.
The goats.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat in parentheses Chain would be sick. Young Sheldon in parentheses beats Batman, and Zach in parentheses he's gay. We're being mean to Zach this week. I don't know. 3 people I'd add to Smash are Alex, Andrew, and Angel. Alex's final Smash would be called True Form. It would turn Alex into a giant giraffe, which boosts his moves. This is based on Bowser's final Smash in Brawl.
Oh, smart. Cool.
Andrew's final Smash is Rage. It's like Pikachu's final Smash where he's flying all zigzag. Yeah. Instead of electricity, it would be fire. While he's doing his final Smash, you can hear all his notable Rage moments from the pod, like Charles Muntz, Suck My Balls, and Who Cares, You Do.
Like that. I like that a lot.
Angel's final Smash is just called Foot Fetish. He would run the field like K. Rool's final Smash, and then would just go ham on everybody's feet. Yeah, just I don't know. I would add Jack Sparrow and just run back and forth.
Fun.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Fun.
So this is the worst one we've gotten.
Okay, let's hear
it. So this is everyone's
trigger warning.
Yeah, this is an answer we got. If
right.
This is not your comedy, here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
He said, I would add Osama bin Laden, and his ability can be to trap the opponent in the Twin Towers and throw a plane at them.
No, that got so much worse than I thought it was. So quick.
You already gave me the trigger warning, but like I wasn't prepared.
So quick. It got so bad so quick.
Yeah, dude.
I was ready for.
Yeah. Anything else? I think anything else I was honestly prepared for. Honestly.
I told you. I'm adding Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Hunter, because that's the only way Andrew can beat Alex's K. Rool.
That's cute. I like that.
I'm also adding a Sith character and have the skins be different Sith.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that. And then finally, I'm adding Batman without prep time, because Batman with prep time would win everything.
That's correct.
I can't think of anyone, but I would add Travis Scott Yoshi skin, because Yoshi's ultimate is basically the Astro World Tragedy. I should have trigger warning that one too. I forgot.
He's spontaneous. We've already, what are we, like 10 minutes in?
None of this is usable. Yoshi's final Smash
No,
is?
I don't.
No, what is it?
Oh no.
It is
a concert?
It is Mufasa's death.
Oh, he just tramples.
It's 1,000,000 Yoshis come in and trample everybody.
Wow, that's crazy. Apologies for the lack of trigger
we don't
warning on
co-sign
that
that, big bro.
This person said James Earl Jones, Finn, and then Alex's mom, and in parentheses said my girlfriend. This one made me laugh out loud. I'd put me in the game, throw Jessica Alba in there, and probably Vanessa Hudgens. I'd love to get the absolute brakes beat off me by these women. I mean, just be absolutely degraded as a man and take away all my pride. Give them the smash ball and do their special move at the same time as me.
He kept going.
That was Nicky Poo. Oh my God. Just get the absolute
going through some shit, man.
Absolute brakes beat off me. Yeah, it's so funny. Okay, a couple more. Physical manifestation of Hat Guy's hatred for Man of Steel, Finn McMissile, and then number 3, he said Andrew, but not a virgin. Like that would help my power moves. I don't know. Okay, 3 more. Jesus and Batman with prep time, also Finn McMissile. There was a lot of Jesus with Batman with prep time to see who would win. And then some like actual answers. Sotaro Gojo from JJK, I would main him. I don't even care if he's a bad character. Puss in Boots and Eren Yeager. Guitar Hero 3 version of Slash. interesting. That'd be like just a fun character to play. Thorfinn, he's from frickin' Vinland Saga. That would be a really fun character to play. And then he just said the charming, ultra strong Mama Bear.
Yeah,
I would bring
yes, I agree.
Charmin.
Dude, she would sit on you.
Oh, dude, she'd shit on you.
Don't threaten.
And then this
Good
person
time.
just said Dominic Toretto, Spider-Man, and Bugs Bunny.
Good picks.
All good
All
picks.
right, a lot of fun. Good work, everybody.
What would y'all add?
I would add Garchomp and show Alex how much aura he can have. I would add give me a Lego Star Wars character, like Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, like a Darth Vader, a Lando, one of those characters. And round it off, I mean, can you imagine how fun it would be to be playing that game as Spider-Man, man? That just would be.
Yeah, I'd probably go
incredible.
Oprah.
Oprah's a good
Yeah,
one.
we'd probably go Oprah.
Okay.
She's got so much money.
So much money.
Is that her move? She just throws money at people?
No, like you reach under your seat in real time, and it,
Oh, yeah.
transcends space time.
And you get a car.
I like that. Yeah, she's throwing cars at people.
She's throwing cars at you. Get
You get a car.
We
You
might have
get
just
a
done
car.
something. We might have just
No,
done
you
something.
cooked. And it's the
That's
same
crazy.
thing as the Minecraft minecart. It'll take you or it'll just hit you.
Or it's like not Bowser. Wario throwing his motorcycle. Like
Yeah.
it stays on and
Yeah.
people can like throw it back and forth.
Yeah.
Also put Ben 10 in that. I know it's like
Oh, Ben
probably
10's
going to be a
in
multiverse
There were a
or
lot of
something,
Ben
but
10s.
Ben 10's got to be in there.
And Ben 10, it's the same mechanic as Pokemon Trainer. You
just
can
change.
change alien. That's cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oprah, Ben 10, and
Roman Reigns,
oh yeah.
Aura Man,
Or
the Aura Man.
Who are you picking? What three are you adding? Just imagining the thwip grab.
Yeah,
That
no,
would be
Spider-Man's definitely in there.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's definitely in there. I like the anime answers like Soto
Yeah.
Gojiro. I just totally messed up his name yet again. Satoru Gojo and Eren Yeager would be up there for me, probably. Oh, Tanjiro from Demon Slayer.
Your
dude.
boy.
Yeah, he's sick.
All right. Sick. Oh, what's the question for this week?
Question for this week. If you could wife up an MCU hero or villain, who would it be and why?
Good one. All right.
Nice.
Have fun.
Let's move on. Can you grab our agree or disagree signs?
Ooh, I've always wanted to hold one of these.
Well, here you go.
Dreams come true.
Boom.
Lovely jubbly.
All right, y'all ready for this?
Banana.
This is Andrew's favorite segment on the podcast.
Ahem.
Agree or disagree? Toy Story 3 is the best Toy Story movie.
3. Oh, you got
Oh, I gotta wait. I
You're
gotta
a little
wait.
premature.
I'm
Nobody
a little-
wants to be
Don't
premature.
No one wants to be
don't blow
premature.
your load too
Shout
early.
out Will Levis.
3, 2, 1.
Agree, and agree. Excellent
Lovely.
take, gentlemen.
I could easily make the argument that it's 1, I think, but it's 1 or 3 to me. It's a clear 1 or 3.
Well,
What's 2? What's your 2 in there? You said 1 or 3.
I mean,
no.
like-
as the best Pixar movie.
He said of the Toy
Either
Stories.
Toy
I gotcha,
Story
gotcha.
3 or Toy Story 1.
Gotcha.
He is
Yeah.
shitting on Toy Story 2, which I think is
Really?
wrong.
no, Toy Story 2 is good.
I think
just
Toy
think
Story 2 is better than the first one.
no, I think one is a classic.
That's a
I think
fair argument. I agree.
I think the Toy Story movies get better and then they get terrible.
You don't like 4?
I hate 4.
I think
hate
4 is
4.
great. I think it's a perfect send off for Woody. I think it works.
Great. You know what Toy Story 3 was? A perfect send off for the
know, but
entire
I think-
franchise. So why can't you just make it like a Woody spinoff?
I didn't agree that it should have gotten made, but I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Key
send off
and
with,
Peele are very funny.
his send
No,
off
they're
with Buzz was kind of short.
I
which
think
kinda
they're
stunk, but
they make the movie markedly worse for me. I don't think they're
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
I don't
thought
think it
they were
hinders
very
anything.
funny.
I don't think they're funny.
What do
at
you
all.
think of Buzz's inner voice? That's a really good joke.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's a good joke. You know how Buzz has like a is he a toy or not arc
Yeah.
in every movie? That's his arc in that movie, and it's very funny.
Dude, Toy Story 3 is great though.
it's fantastic.
Because
It's like
it's-
a heist movie.
Yes!
It's a heartfelt, like
Keep
will make
going.
you cry movie. It's hilarious.
Yes.
it has the best villain.
Yes,
Yes,
Pixar
lots of-
history. Lots of.
Lotso's great, and then Spanish mode is just
Yes.
hilarious.
But you remember when Buzz is evil and he doesn't know he's a toy and he does the laser and then he jumps. It's so good. There's the scene where they're playing with Bonnie and Bonnie is playing with her new cowboy and they're like she throws him on the bed and they're like, oh my gosh, you're like a professional at this. And the actor one goes, were you classically trained? It's so good. It's
Like-
so good.
And like they didn't like, it was not a requirement for them to make it as good of a heist movie as they did. But, like, if it was just that, like, that part of the movie is, like, actually wildly interesting when, like, he's talking to the little phone thing. He's like, you're never getting out of here. And then the monkey that claps, they gotta, tie him up, dude.
It's legitimately my favorite Prison Break movie.
When they're trying to escape from the daycare, the daycare is horrifying at night.
It's horrifying.
Yes!
And freaking Mr. Potato Head has to, like, put himself into, like, an asparagus or something. Like,
so funny in that movie. He's so funny.
You want to watch it tonight? I haven't seen it in years.
It's so good. Let's do it. I love Toy Story 3. I will never say no to that. So I'm glad we're all glazing.
We're on the same page.
Toy Story 3 is a good glaze to start the day. Here we go. Another pretty positive one I think we're all going to agree on. Magneto's bars in X-Men 97 wouldn't have had the effect they had with a lesser voice actor.
Oh, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Agree. Yeah.
A special voice actor can change a role completely. I think we're all going to agree on that.
Can make every line work, nearly. Even the most mundane, just like otherwise sometimes wouldn't work in the moment, but a great voice actor can change everything. I agree.
Completely agree.
I can't remember. You've seen all of X-Men 97, right?
Yes, loved it.
But I will say, I don't want to discount the writing for that character. Those bars are bars.
Episode 2, some crazy stuff.
Holocaust survivor saying I've said these words too many times, never again. It's just unreal. I know I've said that 50 times.
The terrorist line where he's talking to the government agent or whatever. What was the thing?
The exact line is, she's like, you think we'll let your leader be a terrorist and or let a terrorist be your leader? And he says, you allow so many of your leaders to be terrorists.
Great line.
So good.
Same thing with Nightcrawler and Gambit. Like, their voice actors made their things better.
And Rogue.
Rogue. All of them.
Just fabulous stuff.
Yeah.
X-Men Origins Wolverine is a painful watch. 3, 2, 1. Agree, and here we go. Disagree.
I don't think it's good.
But you wouldn't say it's painful.
No, it's not painful.
Really?
I thought it was
It's not painful.
You guys did watch it last night.
We watched it last night, Patreon movie night. If you're not a Denver,
You didn't have fun?
No, I had fun. It was actually the most fun I've probably had doing a movie night. But it had nothing to do with the movie. It's because we were all in unison about how bad that movie is.
Yeah, I think people are spoiled.
That movie came out like the year after Iron Man and The Dark Knight.
What the frick does that have to do with anything?
Superhero movies were good at this point.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, yeah, those movies are clearly better. That doesn't mean that this is a painful
even
watch.
before we had
like
Spider-Man
watching paint dry would be painful for me. Watching Wolverine not have a great story but throw himself at a helicopter off of a motorcycle is not painful. It's stupid, and it's not a great movie. I give it a bad score, but like, I wouldn't say it's painful for me to watch it, especially when I'm watching with other people and we're having fun. Like movies that like Madam Web wasn't a painful watch. Like, I would say Madam Web is more of a painful watch if I was watching it by myself, yes. But, like, it was still fun. And Madam Web is way worse than X-Men Origins.
I see. I don't give that to you.
That's not, I don't think it's even close.
No, I think X-Men Origins Wolverine and Madam Web are on the same tier of the movie.
No.
Both bad.
I said this last night because he defended X-Men Origins a little bit. Not crazy, nothing crazy. You weren't doing
I said there were a few things good in it. Madam Web doesn't have that.
That's fine. But when he said that, my first reaction was, Andrew's going to think X2 is the best movie of all time.
I am not calling X-Men Origins Wolverine a good movie. I am not.
Origins
I'm just saying
has
it's
the
not
beginning.
painful.
The
That's
beginning's
such a
really good.
strong word.
But it's literally less than 2 minutes. The opening
Yeah,
credits
the beginning is good with like him going through the war, and it's like, oh shit, this might be cooking.
Yo, no,
and then
that
it's just
scene
bad.
is
It's
actually
bad.
really good though.
Yeah, but I said last night, you're like, what's good in this movie? I was like, I think the twist with his wife at the end is interesting. I think the relationship between him and Sabretooth is actually somewhat interesting. And then some of the action is fine, and then the opening credits was interesting, and then everything else kind of sucked. But like I was at least, and then obviously the Deadpool thing is terrible, and there are a lot of things that are bad. But like I was actually like at least slightly interested in that. I was not slightly interested in anything in Madam Web. There was not a scene that was so shoehorned in like the CPR scene. Like there was nothing like that.
No, I was pretty interested in Madam Web. The line reads were hilarious. So I was curious if Dakota Johnson had a gun pointed to her at the time.
Yeah,
so,
no, see,
I mean,
exactly.
I had
Which
a very
was
good
very
time
interesting.
on
Madam Web was it was special.
Superman Legacy, I will add context if I need to. Superman Legacy speeding through its production is a bad thing. Your context is over half of the movie is apparently done.
When did they start filming? Do you know?
Very recently. It's been in the last couple months. But everybody is notoriously like, this is the fastest a movie has ever gone.
3, 2, 1.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Exactly.
Stop acting like you know everything about movies.
Exactly.
Like, shut the frick up.
I don't know.
We don't know. It might be a bad thing, but I don't know.
Exactly.
Guess what? Everyone that's working on the movie knows way more than you do. So stop complaining. Like, you don't think James Gunn has made a movie before? Like, shut the frick up.
No, I agree.
This is what his...
And I'm glad we don't know anything. I'm so glad that like the news isn't breaking out like with Marvel movies recently. I mean, we get like a costume reveal and that's about it. I don't need to know about the plot. I don't need to know about special moments. I need to see set photos like with Deadpool and Wolverine. Just
maybe they're so good at making movies and they had their script and screenplay down so well that they're breezing through it because they know what the frick they're doing. Maybe that's the reason. We don't know for sure.
This is his...
Name the movie?
TASM 2.
Yeah.
This is what, his fourth big budget studio superhero movie? He's breezing through this one. No surprise.
TASM 2 is better than Wolverine. X-Men Origins.
This is correct.
Yes.
I don't think that's
I don't think it's a hot
close, though.
take.
Okay.
I was just making sure.
Basketball is the greatest sport to play with friends.
I don't know.
3, 2,
2, 1. Agree.
Yeah.
What do you think is? Mr. Shooting.
Listen.
morning?
I love a good game of pickup football, aka soccer.
Ooh.
I'm a big. You knew this was gonna come, but I mean, they're honestly could change on the day. But I can't definitively say yes, it's the best.
All right.
But I love both a lot.
All right. No problem. Timothy Chalamet makes any movie unwatchable. 3, 2, 1. I have no context. I'm sure he's a great actor.
Yeah, he is.
I thought you were gonna say agree. To be honest,
Dune is definitely
shocked
watchable. Dune 2 is definitely watchable. Wonka is watchable. Interstellar is watchable.
yeah. I mean, he's probably the best part of that movie. You know what I mean?
This guy is absolutely...
He's one of the best actors of our generation.
I really wish I had context. Because I'm going to be honest, Interstellar is not a well-reviewed movie compared to like Nolan's rest of his filmography.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's got like a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes or something. But like I've never heard anybody in our space or our age ever say anything other than Interstellar is one of the 10 best movies of all time. So I'm so happy to have this context. I can't wait to see it now and then call him.
I mean, it's just there's a lot of space movies I'd rather watch, man. I'm sorry.
Would you rather watch 2001?
Of course, any day of the
Oh,
week.
I think
It's way better.
2001 is so tedious.
I disagree, but I'd rather watch Ad Astra. I'd rather watch Sunshine. I'd rather watch. There's a lot of space movies I'd pick over it, but that's a whole another debacle.
I hope you get trapped on a planet where time is different and then all your family grows old.
I'm surprised you didn't say trapped on a planet watching Interstellar because that would have been the worst thing I've done.
Damn, he gotcha. You got me good.
Oh, that was good.
The Transformers franchise has the best CGI of any franchise. I know you haven't seen them, but I'm just thinking you've seen enough clips to know the CGI is unbelievable.
3, 2, 1.
Disagree, agree. I have no problem with anybody that says those movies, but I just have, like you just said, I have no idea what the hell is going on with movies. I don't know what's harder to animate, what's easier to animate anyway, but to me, it seems crazier to have Caesar right next to Joel Edgerton and to convince me that those guys are in the same room and that fur really is water falling off of it than Optimus Prime, who's made of metal and steel, etc., etc.
So now I have to say something because are we counting Avatar as a franchise?
Yes.
So then I'm changing my answer
Correct.
right now on the fly. Because
Avatar.
Avatar is the best.
Thank you.
But I
That
will
was
say
my
to your
answer.
thing, when you watch Transformers movies, do you not get immersed and like think that like the blending, for example, in the first movie, like Optimus Prime is fighting, then Sam Wiki's right there and it looks so fucking good.
Absolutely.
Bumblebee next to him, I'm like, holy cow, the transformations, the intricate designs, I'm like, this is some of the best CGI ever, and it came out in 2007.
It's absolutely top 5.
It's definitely up there, for sure. And especially Dark of the Moon. People know I love Dark of the Moon.
I know.
Can
we segue this into Dark of the Moon? Isn't
can.
Dark of the Moon one of your favorite movies of all time?
Yes. It's a masterpiece.
So I've got something that I think you'll like and something that maybe you'll be a little disappointed by.
Okay.
I, growing up, was the Dark of the Moon defender in my group. I love Dark of the Moon. I think it's great. I think there's a lot of fun stuff in Dark of the Moon. Shockwave is maybe the best design for me.
I think it is as well.
I love the Shockwave
up
design.
there.
I love the Megatron in the desert.
With the nomad in the
With
cloak. Oh my god.
It's so
All right, so
cool.
let's stop the count now before you say something
Yes.
insane where you're going to be like, I don't like this movie.
No, I love Dark of the Moon. I have no beef with it, but I prefer the first one.
That's fine. 1 and 2. Why can't two legends coexist? That's how I feel with that.
They do. Sorry.
I love Dark of the Moon. I
Trying
just
to increase my aura. I don't know.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I like the first one just a little bit more.
Fair. It's a lot. There's a lot less going on, but I think Dark of the Moon has a lot to say. And I said this on.
Ready for my Transformers journey? Ready? I've seen Bumblebee.
Okay.
I've seen the most recent one, Rise.
Oh, really?
That's it. I've seen.
You haven't seen any of the Bay ones? Not like
no.
any bit?
I started the first one and I got about halfway through it.
See, I'm a Michael Bay shill.
You love Ambulance.
Oh yes, Ambulance is one of the best action films of the last 20 years. But I'm a Michael Bay shill. You don't like Ambulance? You don't like Jake Gyllenhaal?
Is he being serious?
I'm
Yeah,
being
he's
so
being so
serious.
serious.
I have it as a 4.5 on Letterboxd. I'm so
9 out of
serious.
10 by our
it's
scale.
so good. You don't like it?
It's good.
Okay, so you don't hate it.
I don't hate it as much
As long as
I think people are starting to realize that I'm not a meanie, except for Batman v Superman and things like that.
I've seen
movies that go out of their way to do stuff egregiously wrong. I will hate. Other than that, I'm gonna give you a 4 or 5 or above.
Like X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue with Ambulance.
Ambulance is just a high octane masterpiece, man. It's like the modern day Heat.
Do we need to look up the definition of
Have you seen Heat?
Have you seen Heat?
which one is that?
Michael Mann's Heat. It's
No.
It's
one of the best.
Al Pacino and
De Niro.
what's his
Val
name?
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. There you go.
Great
It's
movie.
great.
I'd
Do
recommend
you know
you
what
look.
masterpiece means?
I do, and I've said them.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Interesting. I think it doesn't really do anything special except a lot of drone shots.
Michael Bay getting a hold of a drone is one of the best things ever. I think Jake Gyllenhaal's performance is so good. It's like
his performance in everything is good.
No, but this is in particular. It's
No.
he's doing an Al Pacino on steroids, and it's I have a clip. I'm gonna show you guys at the end of this. I have conjured up a bunch of clips from that movie.
Conjured up.
Him,
He's a magician.
and it's the funniest shit. Just watching it play out entirely. I think Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is great. I love them as brothers. It's just there's a lot to love with that movie, and also keep in mind I am a Michael Bay show, so you have to.
4.5, brother.
It's my third best.
And what do
Michael
you
Bay
give?
film.
What do you give Interstellar? Just for context.
2.5.
Okay.
That's a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's
What you
I
gave X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, I kind of want to vomit, but it's okay.
Listen, I was maybe hamming it up a little bit. I do not like it, but it's indifferent. I will not want to watch it. I will not go out of my way to watch it. I've seen it a couple times, but I just...
You said it's one of your least favorite Nolans,
Yes.
implying that you have others below it. What are some Nolans you have below it? Do you know off the top of your head?
Actually, I'll be honest with you. I think there's only one below. Oh, no, there might be 2 below.
Which is?
The Following is first ever film.
Following.
And then I might have Insomnia below, but I don't know. I'm
Yes,
not
I
sure.
think Insomnia
Can't
is his
confirm.
worst film. I think Insomnia is worse than Following.
Okay.
I just can't stand Insomnia. I think it's.
But
so
I might have
boring.
Insomnia above.
That's fine.
I don't mind.
I understand
Pacino
people
and
not
Knives.
loving Following. It's very hollow, but you see it and you're like, oh,
There's potential. I see
you
where it's
could tell that this guy was
This
cooking.
guy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Are you a big Memento guy?
Big Memento.
Are you a big Memento guy?
I'm a medium Memento guy.
I'm a medium Memento guy as well.
I got to the end and I was like, that was a cool concept.
Yeah.
It didn't hit home for me as much as I wanted it to.
Exactly.
Him deciding to live with the lie. I also love Guy Pearce in that film. It's great.
He's great, but I think it's a tad overrated.
Do you have off the top of your guys' heads your top 3 Nolan or top 5?
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay, you want to do 5?
Please.
I don't know the order, but it's Oppenheimer, Interstellar, Inception, Dark Knight, and I don't know after that.
Mine, I have it in order. Number 1, Dark Knight. Number 2, Inception. Number 3, Batman Begins. Number 4, Tenet. Number 5, Oppenheimer.
I love that Tenet placement. I think I have it. I think I have no order, or my order. I think I have Batman Begins, Oppenheimer, or no, Inception, Oppenheimer, Memento, and then Dark Knight. But Tenet's gonna replace Batman Begins very soon, so it depends.
That's hard for me to accept, but that's fine.
It's fine.
No, yeah, I like that. I like it. All right. Back to agree or disagree. A 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd or an 8 out of 10 score means the movie you gave that score is really good.
3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that it's out of 5. I wish I could do like I get it's letterbox thing, but there are a lot of times where like I give movies the same score and I'm like, but this one's clearly better.
Yeah.
So I would love to be able to do percentages because I'm like, this is like an 81, but this is like an 89, and like you can round up and do stuff, but like being able to do more specific things in my brain would be helpful. But like generally, an 8 is a slightly above good movie, which is in the great category.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. The reason I brought this up is because of a conversation that me and Alex had yesterday where we were complaining that sometimes we will give a great critically acclaimed movie an 8 out of 10 or a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd and get massacred for this. How did you not think this was a 5 out of 5, which is what happened for you with a very popular movie?
So I said, and I think this is a very good movie, obviously, as we discussed, but I gave Goodfellas like a 4. It's not one of my favorite Scorsese's entirely. I have a couple above. And I give it a 4, and like it's like I'm the Antichrist. But
Giving any movie an 8 out of 10 or a 4 out of
great.
5 on Letterboxd should not.
Yeah. I think 3 and above. Like 3 means it's above average and you enjoyed. It's obviously not one of your, it's 3. 3.5, you're getting into really solid territory. Like, oh, I'm going to have to recommend
3.5
this.
is good.
And then 4 is like, oh shit, you need to put this on. And then 4.5 and above,
Like,
masterpiece.
yeah,
Masterpiece.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like 4.5 is like, this is pretty close to a masterpiece, but there's clear flaws. 5 for me is no flaw.
I said I separate from a feeling. I know a 5 when I see one, like I just have it. Or even on like a rewatch, I'll have like a new feeling where I'm like, oh shit, this is a 5. You know what
What's
I mean?
your favorite Jake Gyllenhaal movies?
Ooh. I actually think I did a video where I ranked the performances and I ranked the video movies that I like. Let's go. I think I have Nightcrawler 1.
Yeah.
Pretty. Well, I don't. Shoot. Clink. And then I have Ambulance is up there, obviously. Zodiac. I think those are probably my top 3.
I don't think you'd like Zodiac.
I love Zodiac.
it's
It's one of
love
the quickest
Jake
3-hour movies you'll ever go through.
No, it's not. He's lying to you. It is so long.
Is Jake Gyllenhaal?
Really?
Is Jake
Yes.
in it a lot?
No, he doesn't come in for 2 hours.
Oh, well
He's the
then,
main
yeah,
focal
no.
point.
But the other 2 are Mark Ruffalo and Robert Downey Jr.
Ooh.
They're great. Everybody is great in the movie. The movie is amazing. The way they do it, the detail in which they recreate the actual murders is unbelievable, but it is so long.
Okay, I disagree with. I think it's one of the most, in terms of the ambiance of everything, it's so frightening, it's so compelling. It's one of the most meticulous movies ever created. Like there's people say that this is the most accurate like period piece for like the movie, like especially with the crimes, the sets and everything how everything looks.
I like
good.
that you put Nightcrawler 1 though.
Okay.
I went in like I watched Nightcrawler for the first time ever last year.
Really?
And I just kept hearing about it. Nightcrawler's one of
Yeah, of
whatever,
course.
you gotta watch it. And then I had no idea what it was about and just turned it on. And by the end, I was like standing up on my couch, like, what is going on?
By the ending, oh
yeah,
my
no,
God.
and
mirror?
Jake is so good. Oh, dude, because I had already liked Jake.
Of course.
Before that, his performance in what's that 911 movie, like Guilty or something, where he's
Yeah,
just
Guilty,
a 911 operator. And some of the other things he's been in, and then I saw him in that. I was like, okay, yeah, he's
No,
good.
no, yeah, it's so great, especially
Is he on my list?
certain moments, certain
he is.
memes of him screaming in the mirror. I replicate it every day. That's me.
Oh,
All right,
our
moving
mirror
on.
isn't broken, so I'm glad.
Christopher Nolan is the greatest living director.
3, 2, 1.
Agree.
I mean, I think he's top 3, but like
Who do you have ahead?
Spielberg's still
yep.
alive, right? Yeah.
How about you?
He's up there for sure. I don't know if he's better than like I really love Bong Joon-ho. I mean, I love Michael Bay. I know it's maybe divisive, not maybe, it definitely is. I mean, you have your Spike Lees, you have your John Carpenters, there's a lot of directors.
So Bong Joon-ho you bring up. I'm sorry to take another segue that Andrew can't join us on, but obviously you're extremely excited for Mickey 17. But what's your take on Parasite? Because it's one of my 5
phenomenal.
favorite movies of all time.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
One of the best, if not the best, films on classism and everything. And all of his films have that lingering theme, especially like Snowpiercer or, even Memories of Murder, obviously, and stuff like that. But I just think he is just so amazing with the camera. And I just think all of his movies are just, especially the performances, are just top notch, man.
So we're going to get into a hot take of mine. I
What's
think
your hot take?
Memories of Murder sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite foreign film, I'm not going to lie.
Wow. Good for you.
I think.
I think it's so boring. Can you tell me why it isn't the most boring movie ever? I don't get it at all. I don't
Really?
get why
You
people
don't get
like
immersed
it
in
at
this
all.
like true story about like these murders and like
Not at all.
It doesn't get you?
Like, literally not in the slightest. Like, I couldn't believe... I was watching it, and I couldn't believe people think it's better than Parasite. And
Parasite definitely, flows by.
Have you seen Park Chan-wook's The Handmaiden?
I haven't, but I need to get around to that.
It's good. It's good. It's too weird for me. But I watched that, and that came out in 2016. Parasite's 2019. Parasite rips it off.
Really?
A ton. I mean, like, Parasite is so derivative of The Handmaiden. But I don't care, because Parasite is more digestible for me, normie movie watcher, versus The Handmaiden. I'm sure you know there's some weird shit in that movie.
Have you seen Decision to Leave?
I haven't.
I definitely would recommend. I think it's
Okay.
really good. I have,
But,
his filmography.
But that's the thing, is like the Parasite is Handmaiden, but digestible for normie audiences, people that like Avengers, Infinity War, etc., etc.
You're not a normie to me, man.
Thank you. But that's the thing, is like I get that Parasite, like, I maybe shouldn't like it as much as I do, but I love it so much. I can't get behind Memories of a Murder.
Also, Parasite, I mean, we can just start blazing Parasite again,
Yes.
but I love, and I mean, I absolutely love how
Please do not spoil anything, though.
I'm
You
not
guys not seen it.
I love how it's kind of a horror movie.
Yes.
And especially when you get to the end.
Yes.
Won't spoil, because
Yes.
you have to see it.
Yes.
It just straight up becomes something of a nightmare, and especially with certain shots and the way it's framed with... is it the basement? You know, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's especially when it comes to visual imagery, the steps, it's just everything about that film is perfect to me. And it's, as far as like Oscar winners of Best Picture, it's by far and away probably the most deserving ever. Next, I think
absolutely, especially compared to the competition of that year. 1917
one of the most easy winners.
Won the Globe. So easy. All right, we'll move on to something Andrew can comment on. Black and white movies are stupid.
3, 2, 1.
Disagree.
What the frick?
This was a suggestion. I thought it was interesting.
It's a Wonderful Life is like one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, 12 Angry Men is one of the best movies ever made.
All of Hitchcock. All of Hitchcock.
What do you think of? Did you see Godzilla -1 in black and white?
No, but I know they re-released it.
It was great.
Yeah, no,
it was
cool.
so good. What's your take on black and white movies?
Love them.
Yeah. There's so many good old movies. What do you think about?
Not all of Hitchcock's were, but a lot of them were.
I've never seen a Hitchcock that isn't black and white.
Wasn't like his later ones, like North by Northwest and stuff like that. I think some of them eventually.
I have no clue.
But like, yeah, or maybe they remastered them. Like Rear Window, I'm pretty sure I saw in color.
Rear Window is in color.
Yeah, right.
I've definitely seen Rear Window in color.
But like Rope. And
I forgot
Psycho and
yeah.
I love going back and watching the old monster movies, like Invisible Man in black and white, Bride of Frankenstein, great. Black and white's amazing.
Yeah.
Especially going back and just seeing like a period of time where like that, it just immerses you.
What do you think about doing like modern movies in black and white as a choice?
Great. Yeah. I think Nosferatu coming out later this year is in black and white entirely. Yeah. Robert Eggers, yeah. I'm moved.
You didn't see Poor Things? A lot of Poor Things is in black and white, and then she goes out to the world, and that's what
part of Zack Snyder's Justice League is in black and white.
That's true. That's true.
That's a movie.
All right. The Los Angeles Rams will win this year's Super Bowl.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I would love it to be, but
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I think this is our year.
I'm so tired of. I think it's gonna be like another Chiefs bullshit year. Again.
No, I think we'll get him in the Super Bowl.
You think?
Yes, he is a Rams fan for context, just like me.
I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one, man. I just think the Rams. It'll be interesting. I just think the lack of Aaron Donald's really gonna be a difference.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a different adjustment. I think the offense is gonna be straight. Matt Stafford healthy again. Puka. Cooper,
I think we're gonna have the best offense in the league.
Tutu Atwell, I think is great.
Yes.
It's that defense, man. It's just the hole that Aaron Donald's gonna leave is just.
Yes, but we upgraded the secondary.
The secondary is a lot better.
Like, I just can't. I think we're gonna have the best offense in the league in an offensive league. Like, I just don't know.
That's how the Chiefs. But the Chiefs' defense improved a lot. So it's just. I don't know. Also, you have the Bengals getting healthy again.
Yes.
I mean, their team is obviously.
But do you think we'll? I mean, I think the NFC is hot butter. I mean, we're going to be a hot knife through butter.
Really? You think the Niners don't have?
No.
I think the Niners are.
I think the Niners take a huge step back, and like the Cowboys are always going to be whatever in the playoffs.
We don't care.
And then. Like, it's just like the Eagles took a massive step back last year. They're going to take another step back this year. Like, there's so many Like, I don't like.
Texans are on the come up in the AFC.
But the Texans, that's all AFC. The AFC's gonna beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
If we're in the bowl,
Ravens.
we have a chance to win it.
Yeah.
And I like us, but here's the thing.
Detroit, you didn't mention
Detroit,
Detroit.
but I think Detroit. I don't even think Detroit wins that division this year.
Really?
Packers.
Jordan Love's great.
I think the Packers. Are
I
gonna take
think
a huge step
I think
forward.
Detroit's just.
But
insane.
Detroit's good. Detroit's good.
Defense
I don't
is
want to take
amazing.
anything away
We love
from
Jared
Detroit.
Goff. We love
Jared Goff in this house.
Pull up to the pod, man. What are you doing?
Oh, I would love to have Jared Goff on the pod. All right, that's it. Done with football. Again, Andrew's left out.
Yeah,
It's
what are
really just the Alex show today. The cinema and movie theater industry is dying thanks exclusively to streaming.
3, 2, 1.
Disagree. What are other factors that are killing
Prices
movie
going
theaters?
up.
Yes.
COVID.
Yeah. COVID definitely
COVID?
had a big hit.
But post-COVID, we've had like $6 billion movies.
Yeah, but I still think it has a lasting effect. I think if that didn't happen, people
People don't human interaction. People are afraid to go outside. I feel like a lot. I know a lot.
Still?
And I think also you have to couple in the fact that like sometimes when you go to theaters, people don't have movie theater etiquette anymore. People treat that like a zoo, and a lot of people would just rather sit home after a long day of tumultuous work. Look at me throwing out big vocab words, and they just want to relax and sit back and put on a movie that's on their TV. Which I get it, but at the same time you can't
Obesity.
replicate. Yeah.
Oh, obesity you think is killing the movie theater industry.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
Could you? Oh, I was like,
No, I think people just like not obesity, but like yeah, you just want to sit at home, not leave the house.
people work hard, and post COVID too, people work very
And
hard.
movies are getting put on streaming so quickly now. I
2
know
weeks, and then they're on the stream, which
I
is
mean,
I
Fall
hate.
Guy is just
Yeah,
that's
frick you
terrible
guys
what
for
they're
not
doing.
making Fall Guys do well. Not our audience. I bet
No,
I
our
bet-
audience- is the
Furiosa
best.
right now is not doing as well. as
Yeah,
it was, and
sucking balls.
It's upsetting. It's like, but also Fury Road was a weird box office thing too. So I mean,
Fury Road didn't do well in the box
yeah,
office.
but then
either,
it picked up towards the end, and I think it
Yeah.
made a little over. But I mean, it's weird. I can't judge it anymore. I have no clue what's gonna do well anymore. Besides apes on horses, that's always gonna do well.
But it didn't do that well. Like, it's really tapered off. It's only gonna make
Really?
300 to 400 million.
Really, I thought it was
Yes.
doing. I didn't know it. Like,
Exactly. It made 6 million this week. It made 8 million last week. Like, it's really fallen off a cliff.
I really thought, and someone brought this up, but I thought Furiosa was going to be one of those like Spider-Verse situations where like not many people saw Into the Spider-Verse, but the people that did see it were like, "Oh my, this is amazing!" And
Yes.
then word of mouth carried across Spider-Verse, and
yeah.
it became this big thing.
Yes.
Which even on social media and Twitter, Furiosa is a pretty big topic, and again,
Yes.
but it's just not moving people in the seats.
No.
And I don't get it. Furiosa rocks, and it's upsetting.
Another thing I wanted to bring up, which I think Andrew's definitely going to agree with me on, I'm interested to hear Alex's take, is movies overall are worse right now than they have been in a little while. Even though I think we got a lot of great movies last year, and we got a lot of great movies the year before and everything, we're getting good movies, a la Everything Everywhere, Across the Spider-Verse, Oppenheimer, Barbie, etc. Every time they re-release a movie, that movie makes a shit ton of money. Because, good movies were better, it feels like.
You think? I mean, I just think it's the same thing with like music. People say like music's fallen off. I think you just have to look for good stuff. I think there's a lot of good stuff always coming out. I mean, I haven't seen every film coming out this year, especially the stuff that's filmed premiered at Cannes. There's a lot of great stuff coming up, especially later this year. I mean, the fact that we've already gotten Dune and Furiosa, Monkey Man. I like Civil War. I know some people didn't, but like there's just it's just. I mean, we're also very early in the year still. A lot to come out. But you just gotta look for good stuff. There's good stuff everywhere. There's great stuff everywhere. You just gotta look for it. You gotta put a little more effort in now, especially with the surplus amount of.
Snack Shack.
It's like there's a lot of content now, but
Snack Shack was great.
I hate the word content though. That like the stuff on Netflix that they put out is content. The stuff that comes out of movies, art.
I like that. Batman is undefeated with prep time. 3, 2, 1. Agree. There you go, Alex. Name one person that's beaten Batman with prep time.
Finn McNissel.
No. I hate to lose my king that way, but I have to. All right. Andrew's new haircut is too similar to his previous haircut and needs a more drastic change.
I haven't seen the previous one, so I'm going in blind. What's the
lucky man?
What's the previous
It's like
one?
the regular.
Oh, like the
swoosh.
The swoosh.
This is just the curlier version.
So are we saying what's better?
So Andrew's new haircut is too similar to his
Oh.
previous haircut and needs a more drastic change. That's what you're agreeing or disagreeing with.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1. Disagree. I think you look great.
Look great.
Thanks. Yeah, some people are saying it's too similar, but I understand that because like I've gotten it done twice now. I don't know. If, I will say this: it's curlier now. So the first time I got it done, we didn't do it like too crazy. Like we didn't like do the tightest curls or whatever, and it kind of reverted back to normal within like a week and a half. So I went back in and got it done completely again. We could fade it more on the sides. I know people wanted that. Again, next time I do it, we can try that. It's a process. But this, if you say like this is the same as my old hairstyle, like someone in the Discord was like, "Are you actually going to change your hair so that it's noticeable?" I'm like, if you think this is what my hair looked like a month ago, you're out of your mind.
I agree. And then this is the last one before we do a little segment, which is there are no good child actors. 3, 2, 1.
Disagree.
We've gotten very lucky the last couple of years. We've had some tremendous child acting. I know you're a big Stranger Things fan.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, they are quite good on that show. Yeah. The It kids were great, et cetera, et cetera. But there are many people that believe that children are terrible actors and they ruin the movies they're in.
Horrible take if anyone thinks that. If you watch Furiosa, Lila Brown, the girl that plays young Furiosa, phenomenal. The Black Phone, the 2 kid actors from that.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, and especially we're in an age where there's so many people acting, especially young kids. Like it's only getting better. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Great.
All right, now we're going to do 5. It's 5 agree or disagrees.
Okay.
But I'm going to say the 2 best movies from a franchise. And you're going to agree or disagree on whether or not those are the 2 best movies from that franchise. Here we go. The definitive 2 best Spider-Man movies are Into and Across the Spider-Verse. 3, 2, 1. Agree. Oh no!
And it's not that.
Just because you said definitive, like
you said definitive. Like for example, I'm
going to say definitive on all 5 of these.
These 3 alternate. It's Into, Across, and Spider-Man 2.
And No Way Home.
I don't have No Way Home, but I have Spider-Man 2 is
and
in
Spider-Man
that 1. Yeah, Spider-Man 1's up there.
No Way Home definitely deserves to be up there.
Yeah, easily. I think No Way Home is clearly the best live action.
I have Spider-Man 3 up there.
Okay.
It's like 4th for me. I love Spider-Man 3. Love Spider-Man 3.
All right.
You are all over the place. You know that?
I'm sorry.
You're just all
and
over the
and
place.
a lot of this love comes from like I recently rewatched it in theaters and I was like, wow.
This
yeah,
is
I did.
And my inner child came out. I'm like, I'm so tired of the fact that like I swear a lot of YouTubers growing up shaped my brain and like told me what not to like and whether or not it was okay. And I finally watched Spider-Man 3 again in theaters and I was like, fuck this movie rocks. I'm out here getting emotionally invested. Everything about this movie about like, you know, it's just I love it, man. I love it.
I did the same thing, but the opposite.
Really?
When I watched Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, it got worse.
Really? Well, like the good parts got better and the worst parts got worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the one thing, like obviously, like Harry getting amnesia is stupid. There's a lot of things, but I feel like just I think it might be the most saucy of all of them too. I think Sam Raimi's cooking with the camera in that film constantly. It is so I love the redemption of Harry in there and him and Peter getting back together. It's great. I love it a lot.
Oh yeah, there's some good stuff in it.
There's a lot of great stuff.
It's near the bottom of Spider-Man.
That's fair. That's fair.
The definitive 2 best Star Wars movies are the first 2, Empire and New Hope.
3.
Or Star Wars 1977. 3, 2, 1. Agree.
Let's go!
Excellent! Excellent!
I mean, it's
I was so worried you were a Revenge of the Sith guy.
No, well,
what's number 3?
Third Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
That's fine. It's my 4. That's my 4.
And I rewatched them all very recently, and I can definitively say, New Hope.
So good.
It's so
How
good.
the hell did George Lucas cook that with all the problems on it?
Yes.
It is all the problems on making that movie, and it turned out that fucking amazing.
Yes.
It is
it's good.
One of the best movies.
It's my favorite movie of all time. But
W take.
It's I think it's the best paced movie of all time.
Do you think it's better than Empire?
I think Empire's best. I think Empire.
That's fine. I have no problem with that.
And I watched it as a kid, not knowing Darth Vader was Anakin, obviously. So
you have a memory of finding that out?
I have a memory of me literally becoming like, oh! And then I went to the prequels right after, yeah.
I remember the day my parents showed me Empire Strikes Back, and I think we were still using VHSs. We were sitting down. It was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad, and we put in a VHS. And there's like no menu or so the way to get through it. And for some reason on this VHS, they had like an intro like interview type thing where like George Lucas was talking about the movie and they were showing clips from the movie that I was about to watch. So it would like cut from like George Lucas and then it cut to, I remember this specifically because my parents freaked out, to Luke like landing on the steps and Darth Vader having like a lightsaber in his face or something during the duel during Cloud City, and both my parents popped out of their seats and they were like, whoa, close your eyes, and they had to like fast forward it. Isn't that crazy?
So cool.
Isn't that
so
crazy?
you have a memory of finding
Yes.
that out?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so jealous of the both of you.
Did you start with the prequels?
No, absolutely not. I have no memory of what I started with or anything. I only remember, like, I always remember Darth Vader being Luke's father. I don't remember finding that out. I have no memory of finding that out.
I remember, and I just, after, like, that's a life-changing thing. Oh my gosh. And then that whole scene is perfect, by the way, because Luke fucking deciding to, like, jump off and rather would die than join in.
Yes,
like,
it's so good.
It's just,
It's so good.
That's impossible.
It's so good. And you want to talk about saucy camera work. Rest in peace, Erwin Kershner. You directed a hell of a fucking movie. Empire looks so much better than New Hope. That's the one
The
thing.
scene when Darth Vader and Luke first, like, with the lightsaber in, I don't know what that building in Cloud City is.
Yes, it's the chamber.
Yeah, the chamber with
the
like,
carbonite.
the carbonite chamber,
yeah.
and it's just, that's one of the best shots ever.
No, and you want it, like, it's little shots that don't need to be the best shot in the movie, but it's like the Wampa Cave pan from the Wampa eating the thing to Luke hanging. It's unbelievable how powdery the snow looks. It's
I
breathtaking.
haven't seen it in probably either of these in like a decade or more.
Also, Han rocks in that film. Han, like, he's like
Han is the best.
best friend. Literally, like, he literally goes out and saves Luke. Like,
Your
no matter
tauntaun will
what.
freeze before you hit the next marker.
Yeah.
Then I'll see you in hell.
So good.
Oh.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
So good.
I thought they smelled bad.
On the outside. I'm so glad. Oh, I was so prepared.
If you had, and honestly, let's go a little further because I can give you my top 5.
Give it
because
to me.
4 goes Return of the Jedi. I know how you feel about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on your top
And
4.
now 5, Last Jedi.
Fabulous. We have the same.
I knew I was gonna ruin it. I was gonna ruin it.
We
with
have the
Andrew.
same top 5 different order.
It's just, it's.
Excellent.
And this was not. Listen,
You want to talk about saucy camera work?
Ryan Johnson was trying to save this franchise
Yes.
by challenging the
By-
preconceived notions of it. It's the most Luke Skywalker we've ever gotten
Yes!
by the end. And
Yes!
I
By
making
wasn't
a
like this.
terrible
And I
movie.
was not like this until I recently rewatched it. I don't know if I told you in one of your lives. I literally was like, yeah, I'm rewatching Last Jedi soon.
Yes.
And if you go to my Letterboxd review, it was a whole deep dive. I passionately wrote that. And I now am on the wagon. I am now
As everybody will
Last Jedi
be,
truther.
because Last Jedi is a phenomenal film.
Frick.
It's phenomenal.
Besides the Canto Bite stuff, we don't
Exactly.
don't
But
co-sign
Canto Bite
that.
is better. I'm not saying Last Jedi is perfect. I think it's an 8 out of 10.
But everything else.
Canto Bite is so bad it takes it down 2 points for me. But it's like it's so
Many
good.
moments
It's
in
so
that
interesting.
movie that
So- and it's
divided
just-
fans. So many moments. You
God.
can't call a movie good if it's gonna divide that.
The
many.
Yoda scene with Luke.
It's the best Yoda scene we
It's the
got.
best Yoda scene.
It's Empire Strikes
I'm getting
Back.
goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh my gosh. No. Failure is the best teacher. Oh.
I got
Yoda, who
Look at the
fails.
goosebumps. Look at
I
the
know.
goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps.
Yoda, who fails more than any Jedi ever, telling Luke, who failed
And it-
almost as bad. It's so good.
And it shows Luke is not this perfect guy, and that's the most
Exactly.
important thing.
Because he isn't.
Because he's hated this iconography of him in these movies. How he's become this legend.
Yep.
And now in this movie, like the first time we see him, he throws away his lightsaber.
Exactly.
It's literally.
Yep.
Oh yeah, what a powerful scene.
Yep.
I know you probably.
Luke is easily the best part of that movie. And, well, how about my favorite part of that movie? My favorite thing in that movie is everything Luke is my favorite part of that movie. But him saying, what do you want me to do, Ray? Just stare down the whole First Order
And
with
take
a
him
laser
out?
sword? And then
That's what
he
the fans
does.
wanted. That's because these fans wanted that, and Ryan Johnson was like, "No, I'm going to give you a
But then
deep
that's what he
moment."
does. He does it.
Hey, he does it. The best sacrifice.
Oh, it's
Oh, my
amazing.
God.
It's so good.
He literally
what does
factually does
Kylo
not do
see?
that.
Well, he sees the perfect envision of how Luke Skywalker is, but that's not how he is, and it's just, oh my God,
It's so good. It's so good. And that is not the best, but it is a perfect representation of how a lightsaber fight should go if you are a Jedi.
Yes.
You are not fighting. You are
That Clone Wars stuff where everyone's moving like
and
this.
that. It's so perfect.
like the Matrix.
It's a perfect
Right.
representation of a lightsaber battle, how it should be if you literally aren't physically there.
It's so good. Oh, excellent. Alex, I'm so proud of you.
So many moments in that movie that are either carbon copies of another movie or make you just shrug your shoulders.
Isn't this interesting? Okay, this is the first time.
No, we're not doing this.
Okay.
Has this been like a debate that there's on the page?
He thinks Last Jedi, a big issue
Okay, guess we're doing
that
it.
Andrew has with Last Jedi is that it's too samey to the other movies in the original trilogy. And I tell him that is a unique take of his. Like
You like Force Awakens?
Yes, and I give Force Awakens a pass because it is the first movie that we've gotten from Star Wars in like 15 years, and it is clearly a carbon copy of A New Hope. And then they should have done something more different with The Last Jedi, but it is a carbon copy of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
I don't feel that way at all.
I don't feel that.
Exactly.
But I don't know. If we could dive in deeper,
No, we don't
obviously
have
we don't have to. But well, we'll carry this talk after. I'm very interested in
Patreon,
that,
maybe
yeah.
on the Patreon.
Yeah.
The two definitive best MCU movies are Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. 3, 2, 1.
No.
Disagree. Excellent.
No.
What are your top two?
Okay, well, obviously the first Avengers.
Yes.
And then after that, it's like, it's tough. It's Infinity War, it's No Way Home, it's Winter Soldier. You know, it's one of those.
You've usually said Winter Soldier.
Yeah, my top two is easy. Infinity War, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Great top two. Mine is Infinity War. The other cap, Civil War.
Fair. I think it's like
Civil
the
War is my 2. No Way Home is my 3.
third. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. I think I have No Way Home I think I have my MC rankings. It's like 10 or something like that, but it's still very good. It's like at a 4 still. Don't worry. I still enjoy it.
I think No Way Home is just fabulous. Here we go.
We talked about the vibe. We had a moment where we were like talking about No Way Home and how really good it is. Yeah.
The definitive 2 best X-Men movies, including all of them, is Logan and Days of Future Past.
Does this include Deadpool?
This includes Deadpool. This
3,
includes all of the spin-offs, all of the X-Men movies, etc.
3, 2,
2, 1. Disagree. Yeah, strongly disagree. I'm lower on Days of Future Past than everybody else. I'm lower on Logan than everybody
I
else.
know we had this. Talk
My answer for this would be First Class and X2.
X2 is great. X2 is really
And
good.
I think I'd have Deadpool above both of these movies. But then Logan at 4 and then Days of Future Past at 5. I think they're great movies. I just think everybody else is higher on them than me.
That's fair. I think Logan is just James Mangold. What a guy.
Yeah, Logan's great.
Great send off. I mean, I don't have to say much. Logan. And then Days of Future Past. I think it's like what a multiverse movie for correcting the timeline, and also just like the way it was able to bring together these characters and give like having that James McAvoy talk to Patrick Stewart of like it's just a lot of great stuff in that. And I think the way they balanced both the new and the old was really well done.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Deadpool and Logan.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Deadpool and Wolverine. Are you ready for it? I was like,
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
He's
Yeah,
already
yeah,
watched
yeah.
it. He's already watched
That's the only one I remember, so I gotta put it up there. Yeah.
This is the last one. The definitive 2 best DC movies are The Dark Knight and The Batman. 3. You ready? No? You need time? Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Disagree.
Bro,
I believe I agree.
Dang it.
bro.
I knew we can't please everyone. I knew I was gonna upset you with this one because we had this. You were like, yeah, do you like the Batman a lot? And you were like, yeah, don't answer that. Yeah, I love the Batman. I love the Dark Knight. Wait, I need to hear your guys' top 2. Maybe I'm missing something.
Please.
What's your top 2?
The Suicide Squad, the second one,
Okay.
and then The Dark Knight.
Excellent take.
So what's yours?
The Dark Knight is 1.
Okay.
Batman Begins is 2. And I've said this once, I'll say this a million times. The 4 best superhero comic book movies of all time are the 2 Spider-Verse movies and the first 2 Dark Knight movies. Batman Begins is better than anything in the MCU. Batman Begins is better than any other DC movie. People saying that the Batman is better than Batman Begins, I think is so preposterous. I can't believe people say that. I just can't believe it. I think that Batman Begins is so far in its own tier compared to the Batman. The Batman, Batman is the stupidest person in his own movie. I get it. It looks good. It's too dark. It's too long. Oh my gosh, what a twist. This bad guy that's so clearly bad, John Turturro, is the bad guy. Oh my gosh, what a twist. I think the Batman is so hilariously overrated. I think it's a 7 out of 10 at best.
You done? Mm-hmm. That was a lot. I wasn't expecting that. No, I love the Batman. I rewatched it on a plane not long ago, and I think the 3 hours go by for me, man. They go by for me. I think the ending is a bit insane. That's probably where it loses a lot of people, but I think it's the most... Am I going to say it? I think it might be my favorite Batman that we've gotten that's not maybe like Ben Affleck's or something like that.
Oh, well, that's fine. Anybody that loves
I
him,
love the ending
disagree,
of that
but-
movie being a symbol of hope. It's just, I think it's probably the most... It's the closest to like... When I grew up watching like the Kevin Conroy stuff, like of him being like this, not just this brooding guy that's like full on vengeance. He's the guy holds him, and he looks back, and it's just great. I love Batman in that. I love the story. I think I love the the influence of like Seven, it being like a whole crime thriller detective noir film. I love the look of Gotham. I think it's the best looking Gotham we've gotten. And the opening is like one of the best openings ever.
Literally was about to say that.
I think
the little
there's
monologue at the
there's no
start.
way you can watch the opening and not think, wow,
That's
he's
Batman.
literally me. I literally watch that all the time.
That's me every night, dude. Yeah.
In the shadows.
Yeah. Vengeance.
But I am
Yeah,
the shadows.
I love the opening to that movie. I think it really loses me.
The ending?
In the middle.
With,
and
like,
the ending.
the red...
I you know me, I'm a big comics guy, and Batman's whole thing, smartest guy, he's the best detective, everything. I get this is a Batman Year One story. He's not supposed to be the smartest guy yet, but he's the dumbest guy. He's the dumbest guy in his own movie. Everybody says, oh my God.
You have Batman Begins and The Dark Knight as your favorite Batman movie.
Do you have anything
I don't want to
else?
hear that argument.
What, that he's dumb?
Yes.
No.
He also, like, can't fight. He's pretty bad at fighting in those movies, too.
The fighting is the one point I do not think Batman Begins
There's
is a
literally
perfect
a
movie.
lot. Like,
Also, what detective work does he do, really, besides that brick analyzing in Dark Knight?
Other
We
than-
get to see
you're
so
right.
much more
No,
detective
you're
stuff
right, but guess what? Guess what? The detective work he fucking does in the Batman, it's bad, it's stupid, he's wrong every time. So
no,
like,
he's not. No, he's not. So there's
the
multiple.
one thing he solves is the thumb drive. That's it. In the Batman.
Okay, so first of all, if you count that, then it's equivalent already to The Dark Knight because it's 1-to-1. So
Yes.
that's number one. Number two, they clearly go out of their way in the Batman to give him scenes where he walks in and everyone is confused and then he has an answer. They give him multiple scenes like that to prove that he is a detective. Like that was like a point in this movie to make sure that he is a detective. There are points in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight where they clearly go out of their way to make him look stupid. When Morgan Freeman is talking to him and he's like, "Can you say it in English?" Like he doesn't understand. And he's like, "Does it come in black?" Like he's having to have someone else be smart for him. Like there are two things that they clearly do in these movies, and one of them is make him a detective, and one of them is make him not a detective.
I never said that the Dark Knight trilogy makes him a great detective, but I am exhausted of hearing people tell me that the Batman is a great detective because he is not.
Okay, I'm just saying that if you should have that problem with the Batman, then you should have it with the other.
Let's separate this right now. I'm not saying that the Dark Knight movies are tremendous Batman movies. The Batman character that I love and grew up with is not the same character at all as Christian Bale's Batman. They're completely different, and that's why Christian Bale isn't my favorite Batman. He's probably not my second favorite Batman. He might not even be my third favorite Batman if Robert Pattinson ends up being really good. So, like, I'm not saying that, but as a movie. As movies, they are tremendous movies, and I think Batman Begins specifically gets too
Well, Batman's
underrated.
in the title, so I care about that.
And it's probably the most accurate Batman we've gotten so far, besides the whole Bruce Wayne thing. But that's the whole point, because it's year 2. You're gonna see him grow, and by the time we get the next one, we're gonna be already calling Pattinson the best.
What Batman villain do you want to see that we haven't seen yet? We got Clayface, we got friggin'.
I think Mr. Freeze is the one that everyone says.
I mean, we've technically seen him before, but it's been a long time.
I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger was
Right, yeah.
really
like
can't
Poison
be.
Ivy, we haven't really seen in a long time.
I want them, and I've said this before. I really want them. And I think this should be a general consensus. I want more fantastical elements in these Batman movies. The concept of this man lifting up Solomon Grundy and throwing around is not realistic, and I don't want them to be fully realistic. We already got the
Solomon
Bales.
Grundy live action, that would be interesting.
We already got the Bale Batman. I already had the realistic stuff. I don't need it again. I want a really full on comic accurate Bane.
Yeah,
I want Latino.
yeah.
I want him to be smarter as
I
just
want to
as
see the
equal
Venom
smart.
and
Yes, and just as smart as Batman. I want it to be. That would be probably and
Well,
obviously.
that would be very easy to pull off in this universe.
Yes.
A Bane smarter than Robert Pattinson's Batman.
I mean, besides the villains, I really want to see Nightwing, which should.
Oh yeah.
Do you want them to do Child Robin in the next one?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't understand this idea that, and this has just become, I think, more as in the modern era, Batman and Robin are synonymous with each other. I don't like this idea where it's just Batman on his own. The whole family thing is the biggest part of this, the Bat family, and I get Batman and Robin came out and it wasn't critically, it's not the best movie, but the fact that ruined everyone's idea of we can't have Robin in here is stupid. It's dumb.
Oh, what do
It's
you think about the
blasphemous.
Robin twist at the end of The Dark Knight Rises?
I didn't. It's like
The biggest. The only thing that's made me
blue balls,
made me
biggest blue balls.
yeah.
Never
The
gonna
only
see
thing
it
that's
again.
made me roll my eyes more than that was a bunch of stuff in The Last Jedi.
What does she say at the end? The line.
He was like,
like,
maybe
oh,
it's
she's her
under
real name.
maybe it's under my other name.
And she's like, "Oh, Robin."
No,
that's
bad.
a nice name.
No, I take it back. The name of Nolan. Calm down, bro. What are we doing? Love you, Nolan, but no.
Just this guy that's been a police officer his whole life is now
His name's Robin.
Robin. Like what? Anyways, we're done.
We are done with agree or disagree. How we doing on
No,
time?
we're done.
Oh, we're over?
We're done.
Boom, bang.
We're gonna go on to a Patreon.
Let's go.
So, if you would like to see more from Alex Coleman, make sure you are subscribed to the Patreon. We love you guys so much. Handcuff.
Thanks for joining,
Oh,
Coleman.
It was a pleasure.
Should we
An honor.
discuss the handcuff thing here or no?
Sure.
Well, we did hit 600 patrons, so
Ooh,
the
congratulations.
Patreon is going to be getting their handcuff video very soon. We're going to be
We're gonna be
handcuffed
handcuffed
together
for 24 hours.
For 24 hours. I've really.
You're gonna hate each other.
I've
Well,
really
we're
bad
already there.
diarrhea.
I mean, you're probably
so it's
already
gonna be
there,
bad.
but it's gonna.
It's gonna increase. I'm just kidding. Bye, guys. Love y'all.